Howdy friends, I'm Kiesha of Simply Vintage Design.
And I'm Hope of Hopemade Yarn Co.
And we're coming to you funky fresh, no editing, episode 50. Hot mess, honey.
And together we're Pine Barren Knits.
Oh, Pine Barren Knits, yes. So things are going to be crunchy, kind of not loud, and just a mess.
Yeah.
Due to an overreach.
Yeah. If there's, just turn your volume up. We need to get some microphones. We don't have any editing software right now due to, as Kiesha said, government overreach.
Yes.
So it is what it is. Well, hope you enjoy
Everything is fresh and authentic. Not that it isn't ever, but this is like fresh out of the bonnet. Didn't do nothing with it.
There will be no.
This is.
Yeah, and which also means that I can't. Normally, I boost the volume and I get rid of background noise. We can't do that today, so.
I curse a lot and say inappropriate and do inappropriate things. She'll edit it out.
We're not doing that today.
Not doing it. I got all my stuff out prior to this. Take a gander what I said.
So,
and this is unusual for us too because this is on Sunday.
Sunday morning.
Sunday morning. The lighting is going to be a mess too because on the northeast, right?
It's overcast.
It's overcast
dreary,
and just
it's probably going to start raining soon. But the lighting was no better this morning, so
it's just going to be a mess. It's 11:37.
Yep.
So
and it's Sunday,
January 18th, 19th.
We're
just trying to.
We're coming fresh off of yesterday. We were in New York for the day at Vogue Knitting Live. We just went to the marketplace. We didn't do any classes, so we'll talk about that later on in the episode. But I guess we'll start off with what we're wearing, which
I'm wearing TJ Maxx workout gear. Because I have a run I'm training for that I really haven't been training for. So I'm going to go for a run after this, maybe. I think, on the boardwalk. I'm not sure.
Depending on the rain or depending on the weather.
No, because you know what? I got to suck it up because my run is in March. It's the end of March. So I could have a day like today. You got to train where you live.
You could be running in the rain.
I could be running in the rain.
The sleet.
Let's not talk that up. Boogity, let's Scooby-Doo that moment. Boogity-boo, boogity-boo. Yeah, well,
So, and I'm wearing, I believe it's the Freeport cardigan. I don't remember who it's by. It's been ages since I knit this, well before the pandemic. It's knit in Knit Picks Stroll Tweed held double because it's a worsted weight pattern, but I didn't want to knit it in the yarn that was called for.
I'm sorry. It's bothering me. I'm sorry.
That was quite the view you just got.
Sorry. Like I said, funky fresh live.
Anyway.
There'll be a quiz after this to see what weird stuff we're doing.
So, Knit Picks.
Isn't that better?
Yes, it's better. Oh my goodness. So
it's real, by the way.
Very real. Very real today. So the pattern I believe calls for Knit Picks Wool of the Andes tweed, which is a Highland wool, which I think I don't know. It's a very rustic wool, and I can't wear that against my skin, and I wanted something that I could wear against my skin. So the Knit Picks Stroll is a very soft merino. It must be an extra fine is my guess, and it is. I wear this with the t-shirt right now. It's very soft. So this was one of my go-to yarns. I still knit with it occasionally, but not as much now that I don't knit with anything except for mine because the business and all. So that's what I'm wearing. And this is a good example of, I always tell you don't have to use worsted weight. You can hold fingering double and get worsted weight. And it's a great way to use up some of your fingering. Plus, it's a great way if you can't find a worsted weight that works for you.
And I like double fingerling. Well, no, in all seriousness, I do. I enjoy that.
Yeah, holding fingering.
Yes.
Double. And okay, somebody asked me the other day if holding fingering double is DK. It depends on the fingering weight yarn you are
because some of them are,
So my fingering weight, when you hold it double, you get about 218 yards for 100 grams, which is worsted weight for a lot of people. Now it's going to be worsted weight, not heavy worsted weight or Aran, and kind of a worsted or a heavy DK, that type of thing. There are fingering weight yarns, and Knit Picks is the same way. Theirs is, I believe, about 218 or 220, or maybe it's even I don't know. I don't remember, but it's essentially the exact same as my fingering, yardage wise. There are thinner fingerings, which I would really more consider a light fingering, and those, if you hold double, are definitely more of a DK than a worsted weight. So you just have to, you know, figure out do a little bit of math, and figure out your yardage per 100 grams, and then you can kind of figure out what it goes. But the best thing to do is just do a gauge swatch. If you can get gauge with the yarn and you like the fabric that it's making, then you can use it. So that's just my little, you know, FYI. So that's what we're wearing. I guess, I didn't bring this sheet out here. Do you have
See
it?
if I have it on my on my handheld device.
Wait, one of our lovely friends, Kit, made a sheet up for us to keep us on track. But of course, since things have been a little crazy,
Because it's Sunday.
It's sitting in the house. I actually think I know exactly where it is. But like I said, we're not editing, so it's going to probably stay in the house right now. So I think we normally go into admin.
Yep.
So
You go first, because I'm looking.
We've got a few shows coming up. We'll go into that in more detail later on. But just to let you know, we will be at String Theory in Absecon, New Jersey.
Admin's right.
Friday and Saturday, the 24th and 25th of January. We'll go into more detail towards the end of the episode, but we just wanted to give you that heads up, and then we will let you know about some other shows that we have coming up. We don't have any knit-alongs going on right now, but I think we were
talking about on our anniversary show. We'll talk about it.
Yeah, so we'll do that in next month.
Yeah.
We'll start it. We need to kind of get into the year, and then we'll.
Yeah, I feel like it's just already been a blur.
I know.
We need to slow it down.
I know, and it took me longer to finish the blanket than I expected, so I was hoping to already have a project ready to go, but I don't. So, so yeah, I'm still thinking that I'd like to do a shawl along. So
yeah.
If you guys have any good suggestions for shawls that you would like to do a shawl along with, I mean, I feel like you can do any shawl you want, but if you have any suggestions, I'm looking for some shawl ideas.
Shawl along, remember that group? So
yes,
people. Yeah. Wasn't the show after Laverne and Shirley?
It could have been.
Yeah, but it was like based off of the two guys with the slick back hair.
Oh, okay.
You remember what I'm talking about? Yeah, I feel like they had a show for like 5 minutes.
I think you're right. But yeah, so my new base, my yak base, I'm looking to make a shawl out of that. So I'm looking for some pattern suggestions. So you've got any, let me know. I do have a couple of ideas myself. But yeah, if you guys have any good suggestions, that would be, love to hear them. Okay. So admin, that's pretty much it for admin, right?
Yep.
Okay. What we've been doing in the last,
brief events.
Oh, well, I already did that with admin.
So knit-alongs, we talked about that.
Mm-hmm.
Knitting groups.
Oh.
Yeah, that's been new.
Yeah, Kiesha hasn't been joining me, but I've managed to get to the one at BAM at least once. Did I get there twice? Oh, yeah, I think I got there twice.
You got there twice.
Literally, like, I ran in at the very end pretty much both times. And then I did get down to the library.
Yarnia, South Yarnia.
Yeah, South Yarnia at least once. But yeah, we still haven't, I don't know what I'm doing about the one in Ocean City. I would like to bring that back, but it's just, things have been a little, personally, things have been a little crazy, and also professionally, things have been a little bit crazy. So, but I would like to restart the knitting at the library. I just need to figure out when and how I'm going to do that, but I need to talk to Sarah and see if I can get that figured out. So I thought you were talking about knitting it Vicky's, because weren't you doing a knitting group on Wednesday? Tuesday. I've been once or twice over there, but yeah, that's oh
God, my
barge. But yeah, so I think that's it for all that. So I think next is
What?
what we've been doing.
Nope.
What we've been up to.
Nope.
Oh.
Whoops are next.
Oh, I think we're supposed to. Yeah, what we're up to is part of the admin, I think. And
Oh, okay. So what have you been up to, Miss Hope?
Well, we went to Vogue yesterday. Yeah. It was
the upside, we got to see all of our friends.
No, we didn't.
Oh, except for we got to see everybody. Oh yeah.
Yeah, we couldn't find some of our friends. We thought we would run into them.
And then some of our friends couldn't make it.
Some of our friends couldn't make it. But we did get to see some of our friends, which was nice. And then we were okay. I didn't get much sleep the night before, so I was exhausted, and we kind of just puttered out. So we ended.
Yeah, I definitely puttered out.
Yeah, I think what time did we leave? Like 4-ish. I feel like we must have left
4:35.
No, we were back in Hoboken at 5-ish. I think.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah.
Yeah. So it was probably between 4 and 4:30 when we actually left the hotel. We got a little turned around, but I feel like we are getting better at maneuvering the New York City subway.
I lost energy. We got our dog fixed, and I mean, she always sleeps in bed with us, but this is different. I don't know. And then, so I went to bed early, but it wasn't a sound sleep. So all my energy got used up, like driving up there, I felt like, and I was like all peaked out. And then, and this is weird for me because usually, when someone says, oh, let's, hang out longer. And usually I'm like, let's do this. Let's do it till 1 o'clock in the morning. And yesterday, I guess because we were also so far away too, I knew that the minute
once we leave the event space, it takes us about 3 hours between subway travel and all that, and then getting in the car and actually driving, because we're more than 2 hours from Hoboken, and then we take the subway in and take the PATH train. And
I just knew that once I sat down, I was going to be exhausted, and then just driving back, I finally did the smart thing. I think I was just like, because I still felt like a little okay, but when we sat down in the subway, and that's when I realized, I'm like, oh, thank God.
If we'd stayed any longer, she would have been carrying me.
Yeah, exactly.
So
and I know me, and
what was I in the car for like 5 minutes and fell asleep?
You actually made it a little bit longer.
Did I make it
you made it a little bit longer. Yeah, now if that was me, if she was driving, I would have been knocked out as soon as we did click. Yeah.
So
this one here's she's a 10 sleeper. Wow, she's always like, this is why everything hurts on her. She's always like, when we say at Rhinebeck, it's like, I'm like, how does someone sleep like that? I'm like, I've never seen her just like in the car. Like my head in the car is like this. Hope is like, she's like, oh, my neck hurts. Really? Because you were sleeping like a stick. I even did one of these, and she was like this. I would have been like clunk. So yeah, just to give you a visual. She had her hat on, all of her scarves. She wakes up, I'm hot. Okay. So
I believe it.
I was like, damn.
So it was I mean, it was.
Look, I'm going to keep it 1,000. The energy was low.
It was.
Sorry,
It was somewhat underwhelming from last year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was underwhelming. It did not have the same vibe as it did last year.
I think it also didn't help that we got there after the whatever happened in the.
And I disagree.
Well, I think that, but I still think that's some of it, because some of those booths were crunched up.
And I'm not talking about just that. I'm just saying the energy, the vibe. People I don't know. It didn't. I know last year it felt very. There was a lot of people there. There was a lot of things like displays I thought was cool, like that they had last year. They didn't have that this year. Yeah. I don't know. It was a little. I felt like everybody. I don't know. It just felt. It felt different. I can't even talk.
Yeah.
I don't know. I
don't know either. I mean, it was so good that. I mean, we saw so many of our friends. We didn't see all of them, and it would have been nice to have seen
all of them. Yeah,
seen all of them. But like we said,
and I was so happy that we got to see, hang out with her.
We got to see the people that we did get to see, and that we got.
And I'm super bummed too that.
But we were just
yeah.
We were just tired.
Yeah.
I don't think we were as
I can't say it was
as we would normally have been, which was I think also kind of a bummer, but yeah. But yeah. I mean we still I mean it was good. Kiesha will have some things. I didn't get anything at all. But Kiesha did make some purchases. And also, where else did Kiesha go since our last
Kiesha went to Boston. We my husband and I, eyebrows, we went to Boston January 10th. Yeah, we went for like a little extended weekend. We flew up because people were like, oh, why didn't you drive? Because we're grown now. And we didn't feel like driving. Because driving, when you drive long distances, I feel like you lose more time. Like you're, I just feel like you're tired.
Relax.
You can't relax. So, yes, we flew up.
It's stressful. And especially driving
in that area
where we are up into anywhere north.
Yeah.
It's very stressful because you're having to drive on 95. And 95 is not enjoyable.
It's just not relaxing. And we would have... So,
I mean, my parents, I told you, they had problems on their way back from Endicott, which is north of Boston, a few months back.
Look, we flew up. Yes, we flew first class because we are of a particular age, and Rob had a ton of points. But anyways, and we stayed last time we were down near the water. I think, I know, we were near the water. Really, nice place. This time we decided to go in town. I like Boston. Only because it's a very walkable town, and they got some good behind food. Really good food. While we were there, we went to Boston Fiber, which is in the art district. Like I said, everything was super walkable. Like, I don't know, and it was nice.
That's the one thing I love about Boston. You can either walk or take the T everywhere. It's so easy. Like, there's no point in driving in Boston.
Exactly.
Like, just don't.
And I think remember I said yesterday how quiet Boston was, and I think that has a lot to do with it because downtown Boston, it's either people walking or they take the T. Like, you do see cars, but it's almost eerie sometimes. And we were there, on weekdays and the weekend, on a Sunday in Boston. It's like, no one, because of the fact, I guess, it's Sunday, but just like no cars at all.
Wow.
Yeah. So,
because it used to be that, like, my mom always told me when she went to school up there, she said that the rule was, if you were driving in Boston, you would get into at least one accident a month. And if you didn't, then somebody else got into two.
Really? Wow.
So that's why you walked or took the T, because
and maybe they're holding that.
And maybe that's
held on that tradition.
It ended up that people aren't. So that's kind of cool that they're not.
It's a chill vibe there, I have to say. Yes, I lived life a little dangerously there. I do have a seafood and nut allergy. I decided just one time I had a lobster roll, and
she likes to take life into her
own. And I got to stop. So that was it. But yeah, we had a really nice time. Again, we didn't do anything big or whatever. The Eagles played. We were going to go to this bar called Scores. And apparently they had a big, the energy just went down from that. Like, we were like, let's go. And then I happened to look up, like, I don't know. We were back at the hotel by 4:30 and we watched it. And our kids made fun of us. They're like, are you guys in the hotel room? You guys are doing the same thing you do at home. Yes. We went out and walked throughout the day. And yes, we were back in the hotel room with our little snacks and our little adult beverages. And we watched the game there. Because that bar there was, it was jam-packed. They had like a little video up. I'm not that person anymore. But anyways, I'm going to put up like a little video on my personal account. So, so you guys can see. I haven't really got a chance because it's been whirlwind since we got back. But some good. Eyebrows and I, we think that we are food critics or food connoisseurs, whatever. We do. So I'll put up. It'll be a lot of food in restaurants versus just us eating. And our little mouse friend.
Oh, I guess that's actually, your mouse friend.
No shame. Look, people. Look, if you live in a big city, whatever, there's rats or mice or whatever. This guy, The guy at the hotel was really nice. We stayed at a Hyatt, whatever. All the Ritz, all of them got him. And he said, "Oh, that little guy, he comes at the same time every day." And he didn't care either. He was like, "Hey."
She sent me this video, and I'm like, "What's going on with you? Are you like Cinderella?
Yeah.
Are they following you?"
It is what it is. I mean, you know, and he said they tried to get rid. They've had somebody come in. They've tried everything.
And you can't put poison or anything.
Yeah, and that's what he said.
Like
yeah, it is what it is. Guess what? You live out in the country, you got them.
Yeah, they're everywhere.
You live in the city, you got them. So don't turn up your nose, people.
Yeah, it was just funny.
It was hilarious. Yeah, because we had a little incident at our house. Like I said, we live in the woods. We have an old farmhouse, and we have cats.
Yeah. But the cat caught it. They did their job. They know what to do. So, but it was funny because she just told me about that.
And it literally just happened at our house.
Like
and then
3 different mouse incidents in a short period of time. So I was like, okay, Cinderella.
Yeah. So, but anyways,
Is that's how Gus or Jack gonna help you get dressed?
So we celebrated our birthdays, my 55th, his 53rd, and our 30th wedding anniversary. So, but that was it for Boston. But I'll show you what I got from Boston when we do.
Sorry if there's noises.
Yeah.
My kids are taking the Christmas decorations down.
It's life, boo. It's life. This is.
So it is what it is. Anyway, okay, so that's pretty much everything that happened in the last couple of weeks.
Yeah,
that I can think of. So, so I think it says on there that whips, but we actually, I think, normally do FOs, but the fact that we don't hardly ever have FOs is why whips got listed before the FOs.
Did I do my socks the last time?
Yeah. Your yellow ones that you gave to Janet.
Yeah.
Did you finish any other ones?
No.
Okay. So, you showed the
okay,
ones that
I couldn't remember if I showed them or
Janet
not.
last time. All right, so here it is, people. We have, do you have any FOs?
I don't have any FOs.
Okay. I have technically 2 FOs, but I didn't make one of them. So I'm going to start with the one I didn't make. So this, my lovely friend Irina, who owns the local yarn store in South Orange, New Jersey, knit this for me out of my spring petals, which that's not coming out quite right.
Nope.
It's much warmer in real life. But it's the love note. And she did the full length version, which I think is like an 8 inches on the side, maybe. I don't remember exactly. But it turned out beautiful.
Yeah.
I actually wore it to Vogue.
Yeah.
Because I didn't get my sweater that I wanted to wear done. So I wore this yesterday.
Although she was trying to finish it up in the car.
I was really trying. Did not have
You guys
any luck.
remember, if you've been with us for a while, you remember the last time she did that mess.
Hey, sometimes works. Sometimes it works. So anyway,
That's really pretty.
so that's the love note knit in spring petals. I think it turned out absolutely beautiful. I wish, hopefully I can get a picture of it sometime soon that actually shows how it's so much a warmer color in real life. But here, I'll show a close up of so you can see all the speckles. Oh, that's not too bad. It's still warmer than that. It's still
warmer than that in real life.
But this gives you an idea of how softly speckled it is. So, and there's the lace, which is beautiful. So yeah, so Irina made that for me, and it's going to be a sample. So if you come to our show on the 24th and 25th at String Theory, you can see it in person. So that's one FO. And then
I should have found like a drum thing.
It's done!
Yay! Wait.
It's done. It's done. Let's see. Can we get I don't think we can get the whole thing in there you go. So that's
it is soft. You're right.
It's really soft and it's so warm. Yeah. So it is done.
Yay.
It's here. Maybe we back up some.
Oh, that means I have to stand up.
I think you're gonna have to stand up because I don't think we can get this in without us being like. All right, and there it is. There it is. That's the whole blanket. So it's done. I couldn't believe how just perfectly it came out of the washing machine. So I finished it up. I threw it in the washing machine. Well, I hit all the ends. I threw it in the washing machine and the dryer.
Wait, you hit ends?
I hit ends, but I didn't cut them because of the fact that this is acrylic. So I threw it in the wash, threw it in the dryer, and then once it came out of there,
wait, you got to sit it for a little bit.
oh, sorry. Once it came out of the dryer, I then trimmed all the ends, and that way, when it was washing and drying and everything, they got, you know, if they slipped a little bit, they were slipping, you know, and I wasn't ending up with holes in the blanket. So, yeah. So it's all done. This is what the back looks like. I think it looks pretty neat so pretty neat. So back.
You got to feel like.
So this is the Cloudy Day throw. I can't remember who the designer is, but it'll be down in the notes. But it's the Cloudy Day throw. I knit it in Knit Picks Worsted Brava in the colors black for the border. This light one is Dove Heather. This is Currants, and this is Cobblestones. So that's it. And it is done. It took me just shy of a year and a half. And I finished it, and my son tried to run off with it, and I told him no. I said, I have to show it on the podcast. And I got to get some pictures of it to put up on Instagram and things. So, but it's done. I honestly... I did if you're on Instagram, you might have seen the post that I did the other day, and I put the song Unstoppable on there because honestly, that's kind of how I was feeling when I finally finished this thing, because it was a lot of work. This was a lot of work. So just to let you know, if you're thinking about making it, I mean, it was a lot of work. I would give, if you do decide to make it, I would give yourself a long time to get it done so that you're not just working on it, because it was a lot of garter stitch. So
I wonder how, like, is on Ravelry?
Yeah.
I wonder in the notes, like, if people said how long it took.
I should put mine up on there. I haven't done that yet. I'll probably do a post for it. I mean, I followed the pattern. The only thing, there was, and I think I already talked about this on the episode, when you sewed the squares together, I didn't feel like there was enough information about how you were supposed to sew the squares together. So I ended up actually having to unsew 2 of the squares together because I had not sewn them in the right order. But other than that, I just followed the pattern, and it was easy. I'm not going to say it wasn't easy. It was just garter stitch, doesn't grow as fast as stockinette stitch because it's all up on top of itself. So this is a lot of knitting.
Yeah.
There's nothing else to say about it other than this is a lot of knitting. And it is a very heavy blanket because it is worsted.
Just like a weighted blanket.
And you think about it with it being garter stitch, it's almost like worsted doubled, because of the way that garter stitches are. So it's almost like a chunky blanket.
It's a beautiful blanket.
It is. It's very warm.
You gotta be kidding me.
Did you lose your stitches? Oh no. Oh, I can help you fix that in a little bit.
Oh.
So yeah, so the blanket is done. And like one of the things that I was I've made blankets in the past, and a lot of times, because let's be honest, our gauge as we're making things, especially when we're making them over a long period of time, can change.
Yeah.
And so most of my blankets, are just slightly bigger at one side than the other. And this one is not.
Yeah, that
like
one's
you
perfect.
fold it in half and I'm like,
perfect.
it is exactly symmetrical, which I was just like, wow. And because it's Knit Picks Brava and it's just a acrylic yarn, I threw it right on it. I think I put it on the gentle cycle or delicate cycle or whatever it is on my washing machine. And I have a top load agitator washing machine. I don't have anything fancy. Put it on the gentle cycle and I just washed it up regular, and then I threw it in the dryer, and once it was dry, I pulled it out, and Bob's your uncle.
Did you just say Bob's your uncle?
Bob's your uncle. Have you never heard that phrase before? Oh.
I gotta wait. Bob's your uncle.
Bob's your
so
uncle.
What is that like?
It just means, and that's it, and then it was done. So there you have it.
Wow.
There you have it.
So Bob's your uncle. Okay.
So that's it, and the blanket is done, and it is heading off to college with my son tomorrow. I think he would have already been sleeping with it. He actually, I have a cute story. well, it's not cute for him, poor kid. He found out he had to get one of his wisdom teeth. It was kind of like an emergency thing because the wisdom tooth was irritated. So he got a wisdom tooth pulled on Thursday. And while he was recovering from his wisdom tooth extraction, I had the blanket already done. And I said, if you want, you can, he was watching TV in the living room with me. And I said, if you want, you can snuggle up with your blanket. And he had it all wrapped. He was all wrapped up in his blanket and just laying on the couch. And he says to me, he goes, because his incision was, or not incision, but his, extraction site was still, if you've had a wisdom tooth out, they take a little while to like stop seeping and everything. And so he says to me, he goes, if I fall asleep, please take my blanket. I don't want to get anything on it.
Oh my gosh.
So it was very sweet, very cute. So I know he's going to take good care of that blanket after all the work that I put into it because he was already concerned for his blanket. Yeah, which was adorable. Wow. So that's all my finished objects. And you don't have any. So nope. Do we want to get started on whips? Do you want to go first?
Yeah.
And I'll go?
So I have been on a sock tear. So I started another pair of DK. What are these? DK. Let me open up my notebook. If you know, has seen better days. Oh, these are for Janet. Oh look. Oh.
You have pictures.
I do pictures. So I can put them all in my little thing. There's all my little finished projects, but I have to catch up like I do with everything in my life. Because you're supposed to put like your swatch thing here, but I decided I'm going to put a picture there instead of my finished thing because I don't do the swatch thing. Well, I mean, I do. I do the swatch sometimes, but anyways, so
it depends on the project.
Yeah,
like you don't need a swatch for a shawl.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't need a swatch for a shawl.
So anyways, I'm doing these. These are the
unless of course you're worried about running out of yarn.
Yeah.
Then maybe you need a swatch for a shawl. Other than that, you don't need a swatch for a shawl.
This is the what do you call it? The DK. Yeah, these are the DK vanilla.
Yes, what was it called? DK vanilla. The
DK weight vanilla socks. So
the Crazy Sock Lady Designs.
Yeah, and this is of course Hope.
And that color is not right.
Yeah, this color is not right at all. Yeah. It is not right, but
that's not what it looks like. It's
not what it looks like.
Much more green in real life. That's coming out very blue.
Yeah. This is Hope's.
It was a one pot.
It was a one pot. Yeah.
But it was supposed to be Kailua. I think it was supposed to be Kailua, and it came out more. Kailua is supposed to be more variegated. This came out more of like almost like a tonal instead of a variegated. So, which is still not coming.
And I started I started these in the airport.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I technically would have had them done, but I got a little full of myself and start not paying attention, especially in here. And I had to tear back a couple of times because I messed up. I tore back. I didn't drop any stitches. Like,
they're getting loud.
It's like,
sorry if you can hear my kids.
It's like, anyways, so I tore back. I didn't drop any stitches. So I'm a little proud of myself because that's the first time that I ever did that. But anyway, so I should.
And by tore back, she means she took her needles out and she.
Took them back. And I was like,
frogged,
like
but
this.
she only frogged it back to where the mistake was. She didn't have to frog the entire thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the first time I took it all the way back down to here.
Right.
Yeah. So that's what I did. But
so she had to get her project back on the needles after pulling the needles out.
Yeah. 1 o'clock in the morning.
She did. Woo!
Yeah.
And
I was sweating profusely.
She did.
Yeah. So, but I did it though. So I'm moving along here with my knitting.
She's awesome.
Yay. So that's whip number 1. Again, I do think the next time I see you guys, I will have these done.
Oh,
so
she's just flying.
Yeah, I'm very, very confident with my DK sock game. Just saying.
You'll see later on.
Yeah. So, and so that's my first. I'm just working on whips that I want to get done.
That we're only going to talk about when we do our like
regular.
And when we do our year like our
Catch up.
anniversary.
Yeah.
I think that's when we kind of did our like what whips we had that were floundering and stuff. And
Yeah.
we'll talk about that kind of around that time.
Mm-hmm.
But today it's just what we have actually
hands-on
physically worked on in the last 2 weeks.
Yeah. So, but that's number one. Do you want to go next?
Yep. So I am making progress on my Little Bouse to Yoke by Gudrun Johnson, which I saw her yesterday at Vogue, and I went, I wish I had the sweater done. I could have worn it.
Oh yeah, I remember you saying that. Yep.
And shown it to her, but I didn't get it done, and I didn't even bring it with me because I thought I didn't want to carry it around because we were taking the subway and everything, and that would have meant I would have had to actually carry it all that. So I only brought socks.
And she's already carrying a bag that's holding on to dear life right now.
I've had to sew the straps back onto it a couple of times. I really do need a new bag, but whatever.
Bag screaming, please help me.
I really do need
retire me.
It is what it is. So this is my Little Bouse to Yoke. You guys, if you we didn't even. We're halfway through the episode, and I just realized we never said welcome back and thanks.
It's an off. This is
it's all good.
Yeah.
It's all good. So welcome back, or welcome for the first time if you're joining us for the first time. If you've been with us before, then you already know. You've already seen this. If you have not, then this is the Little Bouse to Yoke by Gudrun Johnson. It's knit in my new base, or one of my newer bases, my Peace base, which is a 100% extra fine merino non-superwash. It is delightful. If you've been here before, you know that I have very sensitive skin, so all of my bases are very soft because my goal is to have things that I can wear against my skin. So this is super, super soft. I've already tried it on. It does not itch at all. It is absolutely lovely, and it's delightful to knit with, and it does also, it will be delightful to wear once I get it done. So when I tried it on, I don't know. It's okay. It's a little bit boxier, I think, than I probably would have preferred, but I think it's going to be really cute when I'm done. And it's probably only looking that way because I tried it on with the needles still in it. So, so you don't get that drape that you would get if you didn't have needles in it. So I'm almost done with the body of it. I'll show you how much I've done since the last time. So that's where I was last time we podcast, and I got all of this done. So, the pattern's written different than any other sweater pattern I feel like I've ever made. It actually tells you how many rows to knit before you start your ribbing instead of how many, like a lot of patterns will tell you knit so many inches and then start your ribbing. But this one was not written that way. So
what do you prefer? Do you think it's like, which method you prefer better? Like,
well, I mean, if I had been paying attention, I would have probably just put these in as I went.
Mm-hmm.
Instead, I had to go back and count and add them in later. Honestly, I don't think it's a bad. Either way is fine. I think in a way that would be like the number of rows would be helpful, especially if your gauge is a little off,
okay, right.
for being able to like kind of figure out things, but or if your things are growing and things like that. But I just, no problem at all. I did the amount of rows that I was supposed to do. I did start doing it as a regular rib instead of a garter rib at first. So I actually didn't even think back. I just used on the next round, I just used a crochet hook and fixed all of the stitches that were incorrect. I'd also gotten off by one stitch too. So I had a lot of slightly fixing things. So it took a little longer to get started on the ribbing, and which is part of what put me behind and not getting it done. Now, I was originally just going to make it a short sleeve just to wear to Vogue, but obviously I didn't get it done. I also had read the instructions wrong, and I thought it was 8 rows of ribbing. It was 8 repeats of the garter ribbing, which makes it more like, I think it was 8 repeats after you did the initial ones and then an extra row at the end. So I think altogether it was probably somewhere around 20 rows for the ribbing. Oops, I thought I was going to be doing like 8 and be done. So yeah, I ran out of time. Whatever, it's fine. So, but I really love the way, I don't know if you can see. Okay, the color is off completely. So this is my deep plum, but you can see the garter rib. I really like the way the garter rib looks. So the colors are Deep Plum, which, nope.
Yeah.
Just look on my website. Deep Plum is definitely darker than this. It's getting a little blown out. It's just the bad lighting on the porch today.
Yeah.
So the other colors are actually pretty good. It's just the plum that's not coming out. And this actually right here, I feel, isn't too bad. It's down here where it just, this is much brighter than what it looks like in real life.
Because it's not that, yeah.
Yeah. But the golden color is Warm Honey. The creamy color is Greige. And the blue is Moody Blue. And these are, like I said, all on my piece base, and it's 100% extra fine merino, non-superwash, 437 yards for 100 grams. And I do actually have my tonals in this base all in minis. So these were all each a mini. I think I do have them all in here. So, and that's what I have left over. I will have enough. You do a stripe of, so there's a stripe of the blue at the beginning, and you will actually do another stripe down at the bottom. I don't remember if there is one at the sleeves either, but I have plenty left over from my mini, so I will definitely be able to do that. And I had plenty of these left over too. This is the third size, whatever that is. I don't know if it was numbered or, but anyway, it's the third size. I think it was like the 41 inch, 41 and a half inch bust. So yeah, so I think that's all of the information. Yeah, I did decide though that since I didn't get it done, I think I am going to go ahead and do the long sleeves. I think I'll honestly, I put it on the other day and I was like, I don't think I'm going to be too hot in it because of the fact that it's non-superwash. It's like temperature regulating more than it is insulating. So it felt warm, but I didn't feel like overheated. So I think it's going to be okay with the long sleeves. And I guess, yeah, so I'm probably going to go ahead and put long sleeves in it. I think it'll be cute. I really like the look of it. So I think that's everything. So I forgot, the minis are 20 grams and they're 87 yards per each mini. So, and they're listed, the way I have them listed, they're listed under the colorway. So on the website, they're listed. So I have a section for superwash and I have a section for non-superwash. So when you go into the non-superwash section, each color that has a mini too, you can choose either to get the mini or to get the 100-gram skein. So, so yeah, and they're all up on the website. I do need to restock some of them. I know that I'm down to like one of each on some of them, and that's what I'll be doing here. Actually, this afternoon, I'm going to be dyeing some of this base. So yeah. So that's, I think, everything about that one. You want to do your next whip?
Yeah, so my next whip are the other socks. You're missing it, the Rhinebeck ones. And I know I'm going to sit down. Actually, today, this is something else that I'm going to work on and finish. You know, I told you guys I finished, obviously,
sock one.
And sock two I'm still working on. I would like for someone out there to make, what do you call them? Ends?
Yeah.
For the ones, because Hope just said the other day she had a problem with that and them coming off.
I tend to rip I don't know what this belongs on the front of it. No, I think I put it on the front. Okay.
Yeah, so I just, yeah.
Yeah, you got to be really, like, if you don't, you definitely want to, like, pull your needles so that they're not.
Yeah, and I thought I did. Apparently I didn't. I think so much moving them from bag to bag, and that's what ended up happening with that. Yeah.
I've been having,
Yeah, so
I did it yesterday, I think.
You did do it yesterday.
Yeah, I just ripped my needle right out.
Yeah, when we were at lunch, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, so that's sock number 2. Like I said, I'm in my sock era, as Taylor likes to say. Yeah, and are you good? Do you have another whip?
Yep, I do.
Okay, yeah. Yep. So I have that.
I do. I'm not sure if these are supposed to be on the front and back. I'm pretty sure that one's supposed to be on the back.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll look at that in a second.
Oh.
All right, so my other whip is technically mine and my oldest son's whip because we've been knitting it
Sharing
together.
Is caring.
Yes, we've been knitting together. So I think I did talk about this on the last episode. She's showing you my fall sock set, and they're a 50-gram. Well, total yarn is a little over 70 grams. But my sock sets are about 70-gram sock sets. It's a 50-gram 50 grams skein of the main color.
Did you say meat?
Yeah, I said mean color. The mean color. The main color. Come out. 50 grams of the main color, and then 20 grams of the contrast color. It's enough to make a full pair set of socks, as long as you're not trying to make, like a super large size. I can make a size 11 sock with a 5-inch leg and have enough yarn. I will suggest, if you aren't sure of how much, yarn, to either separate your balls into 2 separate balls, 25 grams each of the main color and 10 grams each of the contrast color, and then you know how much you have. Or the other option is do toe up 2 at a time. Then you're not going to run out, because toe up 2 at a time, exactly. And then that way you can actually use every bit of the yarn and make the leg to whatever length you like to do. I'm doing top down because that's what I'm used to doing. So I do really want to do a toe up 2 at a time, just so that we can see exactly how much, how much of each thing that you can use. Because I have a feeling I'm going to have leftover of my contrast color. So it would be nice to know, like, if I did it the other way, then I could make like a larger blue cuff or whatever, but I didn't do it that way. So, and I weighed this last night, and I've already done both heels and done a little bit of trim on the top, and I still have 15 grams left. So I was a little bit concerned, because I decided that for my mom's socks, I wanted to do the 6-inch leg, which her feet are almost the same size as mine. I really shouldn't have done that. I should have done a 5-inch leg.
Really? Your mom has the same size feet as you?
She's slightly smaller than me.
Wow.
But just slightly. But I chose to do a 6-inch leg, which meant that I was starting to get a little low on the main color. So what I decided to do was, this is sock number 1. We're getting close to where we'll be able to change colors, but I'm not exactly sure when I'm going to. Since I have so much left over, if I have to make a larger blue toe, I don't care. That's perfectly fine with me. But I want to make them match. So I have sock number 1. You can see this is my winter sock set, and it's called Stick Season. This one the color is terrible. This is not right at all.
Yeah.
Definitely look at my website. It's honestly, it's one of my favorite colors I've ever dyed. So, and this is not doing it any justice at all. Wow. Nope.
Yeah, nope. Nothing.
Nope. No justice at all. Anyway, so definitely go check it out on Instagram, because I did post it on Instagram as well. Like I said, we can't edit, so I can't add a picture in right now. So sorry. But go check it out on either of those things. And who knows, maybe if I get time, I'll add a picture of it down in the community tab on here, to later. But that's the blue. So this is the Stick Season sock set that is by the sea. And I also have another one that is in the pines, which comes with a green mini. But anyway, so we got to this point. I weighed this, and I was like, I feel like I'm starting to get close to half. So I decided to cast on sock number 2. And I put this on hold. So they're both attached.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
So they're both attached. I just had it in the bag like this, and this one was pulling from the outside, and the other one was pulling from the inside. So no problem. So I've already got the leg of, I didn't do a lot of this. My son did most of this. So he and I've been kind of trading it back and forth. I did half of the, and I did eye of partridge heel. You can actually see this is the part of the heel I did, and this is the part of the heel my son did. So we do the heel we did knit a little bit different, but the rest of it I don't think you can really tell. And since it's a heel, I'm not overly concerned. This is already started on the gusset decreases. I'm already to the gusset decreases. This is just a basic vanilla sock. It's I cast on and knit the first row in the contrast color, and then I did 14 more rows of the main color, and I did 2x2 ribbing, and then we knit until we got to 6 inches from the cast on, and then I did an eye of partridge slip stitch heel, and now we're just doing the gusset decreases. So basic vanilla sock. I put stitch markers so that I can make sure that they match perfectly. And that way it was easy to count my rows. And then once this is the same length as this, then I will probably just put them on one needle and knit them 2 at a time until I use all of this up. Once that's all used up, then I will transition over to the blue, and wherever that is, whether it be like already decreases or I'll do a few rounds of this and then start the decreases. All depends on, you know, where I'm at. So that's that. I think they're going to be, well, I wish you guys could see. I wish the lighting wasn't so bad. So hopefully, I don't know what's going to happen in the next couple weeks, but hopefully we'll at least have better lighting next time and you guys will be able to see stuff, or I will find new editing software. I have no idea, or something will give. Who knows? Oh, frustrating. Anyway, if you have any suggestions on editing software, if you are a podcaster out there and you have a editing software that you like that is not currently banned in the US, please let me know.
Yeah, the list is huge. I didn't realize. My kid 3 told me that last night.
What?
That falls underneath ByteDance.
Oh,
I was shocked.
They got banned?
Yep.
Okay. So yeah, so if you have any input on editing software, let me know. Because I need new editing software so that we don't have to... Anyway, it is what it is. So is that all of our whips? Do you have any other whips going on?
So, all right, I'm just going to be real quick about 2 that I'm working on. All right, so, it's not working. Oh, look, my thing from yesterday.
Oh, so you do have more whips.
Yeah. So, well.
It's a Crown Royal.
Oh, yeah. So, recycle, reuse people. Like, my husband and I.
Cute.
Yeah. My husband and I, during the holiday season, we like salted caramel Crown Royal that we put in our coffee. Get the day started off nice. Anyways, but you know, we go through these too in the month of December. Don't judge. We're grown. But anyways, and my husband likes to keep a lot of stuff. And I'm like, I try, you know, sometimes I'm like, why? And he says, what he said to me, can't you use it as a project bag?
Yes, you can.
Yes, I can. So I decided,
a really cute project bag.
Yeah, and it matches what's in here. Although I'm not a big fan of how it feels, so I'm probably, I don't know. So during Maryland Sheep and Wool, I got who is this? Lanes du Nord. Am I saying that right?
Lanes du Nord, I guess. Here.
Yeah.
Sorry, the light is really coming in bright now, and things are getting very blown out. So sorry.
So, anyways, I started doing socks.
Oh, here, I'll hold it up.
Not really feeling it.
It's not doing it for her.
Yeah, it's not doing it for me. The pattern that I used, it just says basic women's socks.
Oh, okay.
It's a free pattern on whatchamacallit, on
Ravelry.
Yeah. Like I said, I don't like how it looks. Like the ribbing, I don't know.
Yeah,
it's just, it's not doing it for me. So
it's in my opinion, it is a thinner.
Yeah.
How many yards is it for?
It is. Oh, here we go. 458 yards.
Okay, so that's right. It's more of a light fingering. So I don't think she's enjoying the light fingering. I think.
Yeah, I don't like
it. It does seem very thin.
Yeah, I don't like how it looks. I don't know.
Just not
so it might be rolling the credits on it. So that I do have a hat, but
I feel like that would be, there's a pattern. There's a few patterns that use self-stripe, like shawls that use like a self-striping.
Yeah, and maybe I might do that.
And a solid, like that you kind of alternate between. I had one, I can't remember what it was, but I think maybe you would like it more for something like that. I think it's just not sock yarn for you.
So the other thing that I really need to work on is my portage.
And you could tone down the colors too if you added the right.
Yeah. So
color, yeah.
Look, I moved the portage into this bag. It matches perfectly. So, but I made a mistake that I just want, just hope to look at, but I messed up somewhere. So I might have to just tear it back. I don't know, but that's how far I got on the portage so far. that's the other thing that I'm working on. So basically, for right now, it's probably gonna be this, the hat. I won't show now. I'll show it next time. That's Skittle.
Oh, the
skeleton. Because I'm in a place where I need Hope to look at too, because I forgot where I was at and can't figure it out. Tuesday. But that is it as far as my webs. Like, I'm done.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's all. Literally. I mean, that's all I worked on in the last 2. Well,
yeah.
I mean, that's all I worked on. The blanket.
Yeah.
The blanket is what I worked on. So, and that's an FO. So, yeah.
Yeah.
That blanket.
But I've been trying to focus on, finishing things. So, yeah. So that is it for whips. Yeah.
Okay, so we need to get this wrapped up here pretty soon. So that's our whips, our finished objects. I got a little bit of shop talk. Well, you know what? I'm going to save the shop talk for next time. Well, no, because we've got the show coming up. Okay.
And we have to do purchases too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm going to do my shop talk, and then we can do what you purchased for listening. So, like I said, I have the sock sets. I dyed up some more of those, so if you order them like right now, I have a couple that are ready to go out. So they probably won't take the 4 weeks of a pre-order. That's still not quite right. But anyway, and I also will have some at the show this coming weekend. So remember, we're doing a show at
String Theory,
the 24th and 25th. So I'll have my sock sets. I did get some new colors dyed up, which I'm going to show you, but they're probably not going to look great. Actually, that's not horrible. That's actually
it's not
good.
too bad. Yeah.
This is a new color. This is Merlot. This is on my yak base. My yak base is a 100 gram, 437 yards. It's 80% extra fine superwash merino, 10% yak, and 10% silk. And it's called Joy. It is not up on the website yet. I'm hoping to get that done in the next couple of weeks. It's just been very busy, so it's not there. But this will be at String Theory on the 24th and 25th. So you can also, if you see anything on here that you want and that I don't have up on the website yet, you can send me a message and I will help you get it figured out, and we will, I can always send you an invoice if I need to, so that we can get stuff out to you. It takes a minute to add things to the website, and I just haven't gotten to it. So I feel
like it's getting brighter. Each one you pull out, it gets bright.
So back there is Moody Blue on the yak base. Yeah. I did just add Mossy to the yak base as well. Yep. Nope. Anyway, come to the show and you will be able to see the colors the way they actually are. That's Smooth Sailing. No. Looks like almost like,
it looks like a completely different color. Yeah.
This is a blue. Whatever. Anyway, I also have a few other colors back there. I do now have, wait, do I have one of those in here? I think I do. I also did Beach Plum. So not the same as Merlot. Merlot is red. Beach Plum is purple. So there you go. You can see the difference there.
Yeah, in person, like we looking at it, I'm like, oh yeah, really. But you can see it on there too. But it's
red and this is more purple.
Yeah.
So this is Beach Plum on the yak, and then Merlot. So I've got like a purple and a red. And I also have a color back there, which you probably can't see. I now have Warm Honey also on the yak, which I also have on my, it's hidden, I think, behind the suede.
Oh, okay.
I think it's back there. Yeah, I had to dye some more because I had sold out of some colors. And I added 2 new colors. So I have Warm Honey and I have Merlot. They will all be and I'm hoping to maybe get another 1 or 2 new colors. We will see. We'll see how the week goes. But yeah, the yak is dreamy, but this is what I want to do my next shawl out of. So, so that's pretty much what I've been working on. I'm going to be dyeing some Peace today, which is my non-superwash yarn. And I'll be dyeing over the next couple of days and getting everything ready for the show. So that's all my stuff. You want to talk about what you picked up at Boston and Vogue?
So when we went to Boston, like I said, we visit Boston Fiber. And it's a lovely shop. Like I said, I'm gonna sometime today put up like a little video on my personal page. I'm gonna do pictures on like my business page and all of the shop. Very cozy, like I said, in the art district. Yeah, it was a cute shop. So anyways, Eyebrows was like, you know, he wants socks. So he picked out, I'll give you the short version. He picked out some colors for socks that he wants. So this one is called, this is all DK. It's called Girls, Girls, Girls. And you know.
That's actually,
yeah.
That's coming out darker than it is in real life.
Yeah.
I feel like, which is weird because the other dark colors were coming up later.
Yeah,
But anyway, that's
and I think like it also reminds me. I think it's the Motley Crue song. Girls, yeah. So I think that was going through his mind.
It screams Barbie to me.
Yeah.
Very Barbie.
So there'll be I guess there'll be both of us wearing the sock. He likes like crazy colors, so that's him.
That's fun.
Yeah, he looks like he's a miserable person. He really isn't. He's a lot of fun, but
oh, this is worsted weight.
Oh, it's oh, okay, yeah.
It's worsted weight.
But I can use
you can do it for socks. Yeah, but it is worsted weight.
Okay, so
Walter Worsted.
And this one's
that's
DK.
Walter DK.
Yeah. So this one is called Seaside Holiday.
Ooh.
Yeah, and that is
This is not this color that you're seeing at all. This is a like tealy, aqua-y.
That almost looks like it's
just blue.
Yeah.
That's like neon blue.
Yeah, but that's not what it looks like.
Not at all.
Yeah. And
Not
then the
close.
other one I bought was this one.
Oh, that one is like, look at how bright that is on the screen.
Yeah, and that's bright in person.
It is
too.
bright in person, yeah. That's actually not. That's pretty. I mean, it's getting blown out.
Yeah, blown out. Yeah,
but it's actually like the color is fairly close to reality. And this one's also
a Walter DK.
Yeah, another DK one.
So they're cool. I think they'll be fun to knit. I also got I'll show you. I got stitch. I love stitch markers. Oh, they're beautiful. That's stitch markers.
It's stitch stoppers.
Yeah, so I got those and I got these.
Oh, I thought they were new. I was going to ask you.
Yep.
She's got
please,
socks
somebody make them for size 1 needles, please.
Yeah, I know, because you can only use these with DK socks. You can't use them with regular socks. We do need ones with smaller holes.
Yeah. And I got some, and Eyebrows pointing out the sticker section. So I got some stickers. That one, I'd rather be knitting. Meow.
Oh.
And then this one.
Not now, I'm knitting. Oh my goodness, that's cute.
Yep. So
that's very cute.
And that was it for Boston, the fiber shop. And then for yesterday at what do you call it? Vogue. Wait.
Yeah,
right?
Vogue Knitting Live.
Vogue Knitting Live. I don't know. That does not flow out of my mouth.
Last year, weren't they trying to change the? Did they change the? At one point, it was Knitting Live by Vogue, but I feel like this year it said Vogue Knitting Live everywhere, right?
Yeah, it did.
Okay.
It didn't say that last year, Vogue Knitting Live?
No, it was Knitting Live by Vogue last year. Which
it's
weird,
a lot.
It had always been Vogue Knitting Live, and then last year, for some reason, it had a different name, and then it seems like it's back to being Vogue Knitting Live. Or something.
The first thing I bought yesterday, I love a good brewery, but Eyebrows does not enjoy beer at all. So, and he also plays in a pipe band or whatever. So he has some place to put a flask. So I thought it'd be nice to get him a flask. And I got this flask from, I'm sorry, I'm going into the bag. Get her. Oh!
Hold on, I got it.
Okay. But I got his flask from Shinyware Company.
Really? Shinyware?
Yeah, that's what it's called.
What is it? Shinyware.
Yeah, she definitely gets her business cards from Moo. I love this company.
Oh,
Moo,
cute.
They're awesome because you can make all your business cards different. Not really cost effective for me these days, but anyways, so these are knitting balls. Hope this doesn't offend anybody. But it says balls.
But they are knitting balls.
They are knitting balls. But in Kiesha's world,
if you take it a different way, that's on
yeah,
you.
because these are knitting balls.
Because they're yarn balls.
Just happens to be two of them. So I got that from there, and then I went over to Haynes' house, and I think I always kind of managed to get something from them from
I feel like
from every festival. So I got this, which is also DK, and this one's called Any Slam Will Do.
Oh.
So let me see. Brian's favorite sport is tennis, and frankly, any slam will do. That's cool. So it's a tennis
That's
thingy.
funny.
Yeah, so I don't know what I'm going to do with these.
And that's what it bases that. That's her community DK, which is
Yeah.
100% superwash merino, 231 yards.
Yeah.
So.
And this is the same base, and this one's called Space Charles.
Space Charles?
Yep, and the colorway story is Emmanuel calls actor Patrick Stewart Space Charles because he's portrayed both Captain Picard in Star Trek and Professor Charles Xavier in X-Men.
Space Charles. That's funny.
What?
That's
So,
really cute.
yeah,
that they
isn't
have
it cool?
this-
It has like a
the-
little
the
story.
Story on there.
Love it.
That's
So
cute.
that's what I got from Haynes House Yarns. And then we went to
Katrinkles.
Katrinkles. And Hope has told me, like, you know, because I do get turned around sometimes. But I got stitch markers, and it has like the
Hold it up.
yeah.
It has different things like knit two together, slip knit, beginning of round. This one has make one left, make one right.
Yeah.
They're just, and it has like the slip one, knit one, pass slip stitched over. They're just nice to put when you, because you usually have to put a stitch marker near those spots when you're doing them anyway in your knitting. So it's a nice stitch marker to have if you have a tendency to forget what you're doing at those things, and that way you're not constantly having to look back at your pattern, look back at your pattern. So it gives you, like, just keeps you flowing. And they get
thrown off because you look back at your pattern.
Yeah, so it just keeps you flowing. So it's just a nice way to keep track of what you're doing without constantly having to be looking back at the pattern. So yeah. So there you go.
And that's really it. Cute. That's, I think, all I got.
I think so.
Yeah. So.
And we went out for a nice lunch.
Yeah.
And and then we grabbed, apparently Shake Shack has become our place to go on the freeway on the way home. Yeah. So, and it was, because it's delicious.
It is good. And you don't feel like you're eating fast food.
Yeah, it's very good.
So.
I mean, it's also not priced like fast food, so there's that.
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I'm a little scared. I don't want to look them up. But yeah. So anyways, and that's
I think that's pretty much it. So we'll be back. Oh, so we have the show. Oh, we didn't tell. Well, I guess we should go into detail on our shows. So this coming weekend, the 24th and 25th, we will be in Absecon. The show on Friday starts at 10 a.m. I'm not sure exactly what time the show starts on Saturday. Possibly 10 a.m. as well. It'll be down in the show notes, down in the description. So
Shake Shack.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
So so we'll be there at the store in Absecon at String Theory. It's 175 White Horse Pike in Absecon, New Jersey. We'll be there Friday and Saturday. Come hang out, come shop, come sit and knit if you want to. We'll be there all day, both Friday and Saturday. So come see us. And then we have a show in Cranford, New Jersey on February 22nd. That's Saturday. We'll be back up at Yarnstormers. And then in March, we have a show in Rhode Island at Skein Yarn Shop. And that'll be a 2-day show. That'll be a Saturday and a Sunday, the 15th and 16th. And then we have a show at the beginning of April, and I'll give you more details on this next time because I don't remember the dates exactly. But we will be at Beyond Yarn at the beginning of April, and then for Wool Walk, we will be at the local yarn store. So we've got shows coming up. If we're in your area, come see us. We'd love to see you. So I think, and okay, so we're planning on applying to a few festivals this year. If you guys have, and try to keep it local because I still have a kid at home and I can't go too far. Yeah, if you know of any small festivals, we are planning on applying to some smaller festivals this year. So if you have a favorite one, especially, it seems like there's been smaller festivals popping up lately, and we can't keep track of everything, and so
and also not $1 million either to
vend, but they probably won't know whether it's a lot to vend or not.
Yeah.
So, but the smaller festivals aren't as much to vend, so that's a good thing. Well, some of the smaller.
I was going to say, I'm like.
Well, I'm not talking about things that are combined with a large festival.
Yeah.
Those aren't really, in my opinion, smaller festivals. Especially when you have 100 vendors. That's not a small festival. So if you know of any smaller festivals that are going around, in your area, drop it in the notes. We'd love to hear about it because it's, I know that there's been stuff popping up and
it's hard,
it's hard to get that kind of information.
Yeah.
It just seems like
and I feel like
weird.
some places they gatekeep information too. You know what I mean?
That, yeah.
You I don't know. It's weird, but
yeah. So, but I think it's also, I think it's a lot to do with back when Instagram first started. You could see all of the posts, and now even people that I follow, unless I remember to go check out their posts, I don't see their posts anymore because of the way that it is now done. So when I can remember to go check out some posts, I do see them. But that was the great thing about Instagram when it was first started. People, you saw,
and now they're showing you more
it was
of
a
stuff
that, and you saw everything that you were. All the people that you were following, as long as you could get to the end and it would say, you've done it all for the day. You've seen everything.
And now they put in stuff that you wouldn't even look at. I'm like,
why
that you're not connected with it. And I'm like, I don't want to say, and Facebook, I'm sorry. That's
so now even when people do post things, that was one of the ways that I found out about a lot of festivals and things was by people that I was friends with on Instagram posting about festivals that they'd gone to. Because I would see it, in my feed, it would tell me, look what, so-and-so posted today, about the festival that they went to. Yeah. But now you don't see any of it because you can't. So it's, trying to find out about new things it's not very easy. It's not like it was. So I don't know. It sounds like there's some new social media popping up, and maybe some of it will harken back to the days of old. Where it was actually user friendly. I don't feel it's user friendly,
and it being anymore. More social, where you see things that not like I said, Facebook, you see commercial, some weird things that I don't follow, and then a friend. I just and Instagram is getting into the same thing. I like it because I like looking at people's pictures,
and it's hard to even see some of like I said, if I don't go to separate everybody's posts, I don't. And then if you don't post, it's like they punish you too. Yeah.
Because then no one sees it because you haven't posted in a couple of days because you want to enjoy things in real life.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
So it's. Anyway, we are thinking about using the community tab more on here because I think. The only bad part is that once again, you have to come and find us and go see those things. If you have notifications on, I think it will show up in your notifications, but I don't know. It's kind of tricky.
Thanks for bringing us down, Hope.
Sorry.
Anyways.
And I guess to add to that, we're both on Blue Sky now too.
Yeah.
We're on Blue Sky, but neither of us really know.
I haven't done it because I haven't figured it out yet.
Yeah, we're not, we've never been a Twitter or Threads.
Yeah.
The only reason that I think either of us are on Threads is because if we post on Instagram, it also posts to Threads. Yeah. We really haven't figured out that whole thing.
And if I'm reading all that stuff, I'm reading a book instead.
Yeah, that's the thing I loved about Instagram at first. It was
you look
just
at pictures,
a picture with a little caption. and you could go through pretty quickly and see what
Yeah.
people are up to without having to spend a lot
Like,
of time.
oh, you guys went here? I want to go there too. Or, oh,
Yeah.
you're using this, or you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
so
I don't know.
But yeah, so we are on it. We're not really sure what we're doing over there. So I guess if you have any information for that too.
Yeah.
If you're on and you know what's going on.
Well, at least we're all in it together.
Yeah, so we're
I'm gonna go home and have an edible now.
No.
Press.
Sorry. Sorry. Anyway, yeah, so hopefully we'll get it all figured out. Hopefully we'll have editing software again sometime soon and can actually edit this. Hopefully the sound is good. If it's not, we're really sorry. We're doing the best we can.
Yeah.
So we're just gonna keep on puttering through. So, and we have lots of live events. So please come see us in real life because we would love to see you. And then, nobody's filtering us.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
It's us live.
I guess this is a good thing. It'll force everybody to really.
Yeah. So come see us. Oh, and always, I have on my webpage where we're going to be. So
oh my God,
currently I only have the January show I think listed, but I'll get them up with plenty of time for you to have all the information of our times and our locations. That'll have the address on there and everything that you need to know to find us. So if you can't find us anywhere else, my webpage is always there and it tells where we will be for craft fairs, trunk shows, yarn festivals. It says all that stuff. So you can always find us on there.
Yeah.
Always. So, all right. I think that's it.
Till next time.
Anything else?
Nope.
Have a good one. We'll see you in, less than 2 weeks probably because we'll be probably back to Friday. And that'll be posting. Yeah, back to our Friday posting. And that'll still be in January, I think. I think January 31st.
God, this month is long. Let me see.
The month that wouldn't end. No.
I know.
I think.
Yeah.
January 31st. We should have an episode come out on January 31st.
Yeah.
I don't see any reason why we wouldn't. So have a good one. If you have the day off tomorrow, enjoy it.
Yeah.
And we'll be back in 2 weeks.
Oh, that's right. Tomorrow's MLK Day.
Tomorrow's MLK Day. So
I will be chillaxing.
Yep. All right.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.